Every building holds music. Some just need someone to play it. My wife taught here. Piano. She loved this place more than she loved me, I think. I'm Pip. I look after the shop now. It's quiet work, but important. Because in this city, people are forgetting how to read. They're forgetting how to dream. They say music is a language. But what if you've forgotten how to speak? Clara doesn't talk. She just waits for a song that never comes. I sang here once. Norma, sold out. They cheered for 10 minutes. Now the only audience I have are these withered roses. Elara winces and touches her throat. You're still here. So are you. We were ghosts in our own home. Wait, stay. We don't bite. I've heard you, kid. You play like you're saying something you can't speak. I used to sing. If you ever want to play for someone who listens. She was gone before Elara could finish. Why are we still here? Nowhere else to go. Same. The last director left this for us. She's insane. Probably. When would we even do it? They bulldozed the place in a month. One last note. Then we let it go. That night, the building spoke. Not with creaks, but with a song. A melody of loss and longing. It pulled us from our beds like a physical hand. We didn't go in. We couldn't. We just stood there, breathing in her music. She was finally speaking, and the whole world was listening. The piano music builds to a beautiful, unfinished crescendo, then suddenly stops. The silence that followed was different. It wasn't empty anymore. I nodded, unable to speak. We heard it, Elara whispered, and it was beautiful. For the first time, the kid gave us a tiny, fragile smile. A single pure piano note is held until it fades into total silence. To be continued. The sound of a slow, steady heartbeat and distant bird song as the screen fades to black. Last night, a girl who doesn't speak played music that said everything. Now it's morning, and none of us know what comes next. The morning light didn't bring any answers. Only more silence. That piece you played last night, was it yours? Elara tried to bridge the gap. It was my mother's. I felt a jolt in my chest. My wife wrote music too. Before she, I couldn't say the words. I couldn't stay in that room. I ran, again. Elara says I run from anything that feels like feeling. Maybe she's right. Maybe I'm just tired of the wait. Why are you still here? Because I made a promise to sing here one last time. It's not that simple, kid. Not when the voice you used to have is just a memory. I tried. I really tried. But all that came out was a ghost of a note. A rasp. A failure. The sound of a broken, coughing note fades into silence. I can't anymore. She didn't let me hide. She sat beside me and forced a note from the keys. That's not singing. It's a start, she wrote. A small, ivory start. 3 years. Not one note. Lydia used to say music was breathing. Now I'm just suffocating in this silence. You're still here, she said. I heard her voice like it was yesterday. You're not real. Does that matter? I'm here. That's real enough. The last thing I wrote was for you, and I can't finish it. I can't do anything without you. Sound of papers rustling and a heavy groan of despair. Why would you throw away beautiful? Clara was standing in the doorway. She'd seen the whole mess. She didn't run. She picked up the pieces I'd discarded. Finish it, Lydia whispered. For me, for her, for yourself. I took the page back. My hands were still shaking. Something passed between us then. A recognition. We were both carrying the same ghost. Only our songs were different. The first piano note is joined by a second, higher note. They harmonize and fade into a hopeful silence. To be continued.
Last time we touched music for the first time in years. A girl who doesn't speak showed us how. Now we have to decide if we're brave enough to keep going. This is my mother's handwriting, look. Julian's face went pale. Your mother knew my wife. They wrote together. The past was more tangled than we ever knew. I knew them both. Your mother was my student. Lydia was my accompanist. This building held them, and now it holds us. 3 people, 3 losses, 1 room. This is where it would happen, if we actually did this. I can't sing, Julian. The stage felt like a graveyard, but Clara didn't let us stay in the dark. She played her mother's piece. I tried to follow, but my voice, it was just a whisper, a crack. It wasn't beautiful. It was just broken. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Music is not perfection. Music is presence. If you are here, if you are trying, that is enough. For a moment, the walls didn't matter. We were just there, together. The music grew. It filled the empty seats. I didn't sing, but I hummed. A single note matching her melody, soft, fragile, but it was there. I actually hummed. I heard music. I thought this place was empty. A stranger. A young woman with a violin. She looked around the decay like she was seeing a ghost. My grandmother asked me to see it before it's gone. Her name was Lydia Ashworth. The world stopped spinning. Lydia was my wife. She gave my mother up for adoption before she became anyone. 4 people on a crumbling stage. A secret, decades old, finally surfacing. The building had one more story to tell. A single sharp violin note is plucked and held, vibrating with unanswered questions. To be continued. The sound of a slow, steady heartbeat and a distant, fading piano melody as the screen fades to black. Last time, a ghost became real. Lydia's secret walked through the door. Now we have to decide, is this a wound or a gift? What's your name? Julian finally asked. Clara Chen, I'm a violinist. Or I was. I don't play much anymore. She looked around the decay like she was looking for a ghost. Lydia left me a letter. Said there was a place I needed to see. She found my mother years ago. They never met, but she wrote to me every year. I never wrote back. I didn't know what to say. The silence she brought with her was as heavy as the dust in this hall. Then she opened the case. Inside weren't just strings. There was music. She sent me this. Said it was her and someone else. Clara recognized it instantly. That's my mother's writing, next to Lydia's. 2 hands, 2 composers, 1 piece. But there was a page missing, the ending. Lydia never told me, Julian whispered. She never said she was writing with anyone. She never finished it. She said she needed Lydia, but Lydia was gone. 3 people, 3 losses, and now a quartet of survivors standing in the ruins. We can't finish what they started, Julian said, but we can play what they left. And so we did. Piano, violin, and a heart full of ghosts. Kira's mother's hands, Lydia's strings, my own hum. For a moment, it was perfect. We weren't strangers anymore. We were a symphony. The music dies with a jarring, unfinished chord. We can't play the ending. There is no ending. The silence was deafening. Maybe some things aren't meant to be finished. Or maybe we're the ones who finish it, not for them, for us. What if we don't play old music? What if we play this, their unfinished piece, our unfinished lives? A single pure piano note is joined by a soaring violin line. They loop and build together. Yes, to be continued. The sound of a slow, steady heartbeat and a distant, fading orchestral theme as the screen fades to black.
Last time, we decided to play the unfinished piece. We chose to face the ghosts together. Now we have to learn it, and learn each other. The music slowly took shape, a conversation between piano and violin, a hum matching the rhythm. But every time we reached the end of the written notes, we stopped. Silence. No more notes. What did they talk about when they wrote this? Elara asked. They were writing a conversation about love, about loss, about being left behind. They were afraid of leaving, of being left. Lydia left me. Not by choice, but she left. I've been angry for 3 years. Kira's mother left her too, but she left this music, a conversation they never got to finish. Until now. What if the ending isn't notes? What if it's us? Clara's voice was soft but sure. What if we finish it by having the conversation they never had? Through music, through us. Clara went first. Her piano part was a flood of love, grief, and forgiveness. She wasn't just playing, she was speaking to her mother. And for the first time, we could hear her soul. Clara answered. Longing, curiosity, acceptance. The grandmother she never met speaking through the strings. The room began to vibrate with their combined truth. Lydia. I was angry. I understand now. You loved. You lost. You loved again. That's not betrayal. That's life. I'm letting the anger go. I'm finishing the song for us. And then, Elara. She didn't hum. She didn't whisper. She sang. A note so clear it could have shattered glass. Not opera. Something new. Something hers. We finished it. Not for them. For us. That was the ending, Clara wrote. Not written, lived. We finally understood. The music was never about the notes. But the world didn't stop for our music. They're coming early, 3 days, not 2 weeks. We're not ready. We'll never be ready, Elara said. But we're here. Tomorrow night, we play. For them, for us, for this place. One night, one concert, one chance. The music is complete in our hearts. Tomorrow, the world will hear it. To be continued. Last time we found our voices. We found the truth in the silences they left behind. Now we have to use them. One night, one concert, everything we are. The hall felt smaller than usual. Fragile, like it was holding its breath. What if no one comes? Julian asked. Then we play for the building, I told him. For the ghosts, for ourselves. I heard there was music tonight. They came. Neighbors, strangers, former students. One by one, the seats began to fill. A trickle becoming a stream of souls coming to say goodbye. Tonight, this building isn't a ruin. It's a heart. Tonight we play for the 2 women who loved this place, who loved each other, who left us a conversation we finally know how to finish. Clara began. The notes were familiar, but they sounded different tonight. Stronger, surer, like she was finally saying the words she'd kept locked away for years. Clara's violin answered. Then I sang. Not opera, something raw, something real. Our voices intertwined like old friends reunited. The building vibrated with the sound of us. Lydia, I forgive you. I thank you. I love you still. I was conducting a song of grief, but it's becoming a song of gratitude. We're setting them free. We're setting ourselves free. I held that last note until it was part of the air, until it was part of the walls. Then, silence. Complete and beautiful. The applause was real. It was standing. For a moment, the world outside didn't exist. This was for you, Clara wrote in her notebook. Thank you for listening. Morning came too soon. It's really going to happen, Clara whispered. The building was going, but the music had already left. The building goes, the music stays. We stay too, together. There's a small studio nearby, cheap. We could keep playing, keep teaching. They say the road is all we have. I lost my voice once. I won't lose this family. The end. The music remains. A new song begins today. The end.